The Prince and the Unicorn by Jason Esparza, illustrated by Brent Himes. There once was a noble prince who lived in a magnificent kingdom. The prince had everything he desired, yet for some reason he felt an emptiness in his heart. All of the kingdom loved him because he treated everyone as if they were family. His father, the king, was the wealthiest man in all of the land. He ruled with dignity, and the kingdom prospered. He gave the prince everything possible to make him happy, but to no avail. Taking long horseback rides through the enchanted forest, the prince hoped to ease his weary heart. One night the prince approached a lonely pond as its shimmer reflected the evening moonlight. He stopped to let his trusty steed sip from the cool water. The prince sat by the pond gazing at the full moon. He breathed in solemnly as a feeling of ease came over him. Slowly opening his eyes, he was startled by a beautiful unicorn staring back at him from across the pond. The magical animal stood and watched him as he felt a wave of peace and happiness bring tears to his eyes. It was at this moment he realized that this mystical creature represented all that his father the king could not give to him. The unicorn was only able to be experienced, and through that alone, the prince was happy. He had longed for this feeling his entire life. As he stood slowly, the unicorn turned and carefully disappeared into the light fog that rose from the enchanted forest floor. The prince galloped back to the castle and realized his heart had been filled with joy and was finally complete. For the rest of his days, he would visit the pond and wait for the magical unicorn to return, but it never did. The prince became a great king who ruled the kingdom with wisdom and compassion. In his final days, he asked to be taken to the lonely pond one last time. As he lay under the moonlight gazing across the water, he saw the unicorn again. This time, the magical animal approached him to gently lick his hand. The dying king stroked his head and smiled as he wept tears of happiness. While the unicorn gazed at the king, he took his final breath and died happier than he had ever been. To this day, stories are told of a young prince being seen walking through the enchanted forest beside a unicorn connected by spirit, forever dwelling beneath the moonlight.